Hi, FLOSSTUBE. Welcome back. This is episode 5. My name is Betsy Klager, and this little cutie pie is Hamilton. Hi, Hamilton. Oh, she was napping downstairs, and apparently I'm not the star of this channel. My little Hamilton is. But look at that face. Ooh! She gave me quite a scare today. She was up on a balcony on our second floor where she likes to go if she needs attention. And I was looking up, I was downstairs, and I was looking up and she looked like she was losing her balance. I threw my laptop down, ran up the stairs, and grabbed her. It scared Mommy. Yes! Okay, well, there's Hamilton for you. I know people were disappointed she didn't make an appearance last time. This is a channel about cross-stitching and quilting and knitting sometimes and other crafts. Oh, you might be wondering why I'm wearing my I'm not even going to try to do a Scottish accent. But I got this in Edinburgh in September 2018. My husband and I went to Great Britain and the UK and Scotland for our 30th wedding anniversary. And so I got my tam. And I didn't wash my hair today. I'm not having a good hair day. And I wasn't going to record. I was going to record tomorrow, but it is hump day. April 21st, 2021, Wednesday. I have cat hair now. And so I decided to record. I don't have makeup on. I didn't redo my nails. And I thought, you know what, FLOSSTUBE world out there, I thought you all would just think I'm perfection all the time. I know it's a hard burden I have to bear, but I wanted to let you all know that, yes, I have bad hair days, bad nail days, days where I don't put makeup on, but I know you still love me. So here I am in all my natural glory. I'm wearing my Owl Kitty shirt. I didn't put my Beatles shirt on because apparently I have a friend who's not a Beatles fan. I don't know who that is, but her name rhymes with Schmicky Schmoodles. It's okay, I forgive you, Nikki. Speaking of FLOSSTUBE friends, I want to extend a heartfelt apology to Jacob, Modern Folk Embroidery Jacob. I hurt his feelings because I was showing my FLOSSTUBE friends chart last video, and I said we needed a male stitcher on there, and I rattled off the names of several male FLOSSTUBers, and I neglected to mention Jacob. And Jacob, I'm so sorry. So here's what I'm doing for you, Jacob. What you all may not know about me is that not only am I a great stitcher, knitter, quilter, all around great gal, I'm also an artist, like a drawing artist. So I've charted, well, I haven't charted it yet, but I have a drawing of Jacob. I just need to put the finishing touches on it here. Excuse me. Just bear with me here. I was working off a picture of Jacob. Okay, so I've finished it now. And here's the picture of Jacob that I'm going to chart to put on my FLOSSTUBE friends. And Jacob, I know you're not from Denmark. You're from Dutchland. So here's your picture with the Dutch shoes and everything, and the tulips, and it's a little Dutch boy haircut. This is you, Jacob. I'm going to chart you and put you on my FLOSSTUBE friends chart. Will you accept my apologies? I hope so. I'm so excited. If you want me to sign this and date it and send it to you after I chart it, I'm happy to do that. Okay. just wanted to get that squared away. Don't want to offend anybody here. So before we start with whips and plans and everything else, I thought I would address some comments, questions, and so forth that were left in the comments. First of all, thank you, everybody. I am always so appreciative of the comments and the questions and just everything that I read them all. I haven't had a chance to comment on each one, but I will. I do a little heart so you know that I read it, and it does mean a lot to me. But here are some things that I thought would be interesting for everybody. Maybe you don't find it interesting, and if you don't, I'm sorry. Uh-oh, Diet Coke. Okay. This is a very good question from Kathleen. She asked me, how do you find out about stitch-alongs or SALs, S-A-L-S? I told her to search hashtags for, a chart that you like or a project that you like, put the name of it, like A Quaker's Welcome SAL, and search hashtags on Instagram, see if you can find something. Another thing is sometimes FLOSSTUBERs put tags for stitch-alongs, even though now I don't call them stitch-alongs, I call them start-alongs. I think a lot of them end up being just start-alongs, but that's me. So if anybody out there watching has any ideas other than what I've said for how to find stitch-alongs, just leave it in the comment section and share it with everybody, because I think it's a great idea. I know that when I find stitch-alongs, I follow the tag, because even if I'm not doing it at that point in time, I might want to do it in the future. I think sharing tags is the best way to do it, but some of them have different, they're not matched up to the chart name. It might be like the posy that Nicola Bumble Stitches is doing, Pocket Full of Posies. I don't know if it's Pocket Full of Posy, Pocket Full of Posies, but you could go to Bumble Stitcher's FLOSSTUBE and she'll have the tag there, I'm sure. But that doesn't match up with a pattern name. So I'm trying to explain it to say it might be hard to search for ones that have different names that don't necessarily match the chart. So if anybody has any great ideas, put them in the comments. Even if it's not a great idea, you can put it in the comments. We don't judge. We don't judge here at Betsy Klager's FLOSSTUBE. Okay. If any of you watched I don't want to say last week's episode because it was 2 weeks ago. But if you watched the last episode, you saw my reaction to the Seraphim fabric, bee's knees. I needed a cigarette after that. I'm just kidding. I don't smoke. If anybody out there is listening, do not smoke. It's bad for you. I was just making a joke about the fabric and my reaction to it. Smoking is no joke. Anyway, I asked if anybody had any ideas from the bee's knees fabric. Julie, my buddy Julie, said a Bristol orphanage sampler would be a good idea. Those are I think they're the red samplers, like the red alphabets, which is a great idea. Deborah suggested a design by Teresa Kogut, Newcastle bouquet pattern, and which I will have to look up. Sean said Babushka's Bees, which I think is a great idea. I'm familiar with that pattern. Another one she suggested is Hannah Hurd, H-I-R-D, 1854. That sounds like a good idea. And another one she suggested was Blackbird Design, Till Sweet Summer Comes Again, or Till Sweet Summer Come Again. So those are great ideas. I'm compiling a list of potential charts for my bee's knees. So I'm going to throw the question out again. If anybody has any other suggestions, I'm going to consider all of these and go online and look at some. And it's one of those things where I know I have a fat half, but I probably will take my time deciding on what I'm going to do. See, this is what I'm saying about the hair. It's going to bug me. Sorry. No, I'm not going to say I'm sorry. We apologize too much. I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry that I try to groom myself for you all and look presentable. I love this tam. And it is snowing outside. April 21st. It is snowing in Colorado. Okay, several comments I got because I mentioned that somebody had posted they didn't like my videos. They thought I was horrible because I didn't iron my fabric. And you all are wonderful. You came to my defense. And you all said, somebody even said they thought it would damage the fabric to keep ironing it each time you show it, you know, and that it really should be pressed once you're finished with the project, and then press it for framing or making it into a pillow, whatever it is you're going to do. So I have many comments from people telling me not to iron the fabric, and I'm going with that. So thank you, everybody, for your support. All right, that's it for comments right now. Let's get into whips, shall we? I have my book. Oh, and this happened. My second vaccination. Woo! Woohoo! I'm vaccinated. I'm vaccinated. It was last Friday, so a week from this Friday, which will be April the 30th, I will be effectively vaccinated. Yeah, they say wait 2 weeks until after the last dose, and that's just in time to go celebrate my husband's birthday on May the 1st. Woohoo! Get vaccinated, people. Get vaccinated. If we want life to go back to normal as soon as possible, we got to get vaccinated. All right, that's it for my public service announcement. All right, so you all said I can get Mary Clayton done by the end of April. And you know what? I agree with you because I worked on her. Let's see. Since my last floss tube, I worked on her 1, 2, 3, 4.5 days. And I know I can get her done. Get her done. Look at this. So since I last saw you, I've done the trees and the fences. And I just have some little angel cherub thingies up here. There's 2 on each side, and then another little two little doohickeys here, and then fill in the border. So this is going to be part of my plans for the next 2 weeks because I am definitely going to finish this. And it's going to be my first hats sampler completed. Now I think this is a dog. I haven't done it yet, but I think I'm going to do a black and white because, you know, Hamilton. So that's Mary Clayton, and she is stitched on 40 count fiber on a whim affogato with the called for of Soie. Did I say it right this time? I lied. I did it. I'm doing her with NPI, which is also called for. Yes, this is NPI. Don't listen to a word I say, I'll tell ya. Okay, so that's exciting. We're going to have a finish. We are going to have a finish by April 30th. I guarantee it. Okay. The second project, and if you follow me on Instagram, did I say in Instagram? You'll know that I've been working this, a Dutch sampler. Woo! And this is on Havana by Weeks Dye Works, 40 count. And this is the called for NPIs. Let me tell you, I know my friend Melissa is working on it with the DMC, but she did get the thread gatherer silken colors willow green because of the variation. So I think that's a good idea. This is the willow. Well, I don't think I've shown you all of the threads. silks. But that's them. I keep my silks in a bag because I don't want to put them on I mean, this came on a tag, so that's why that's there. Stop talking. We want to see your progress, or your progress, as Ellen Reed would say, or Darcy. Your progress. Looky there. This is hard to work on at night, even with my headgear. Even though it's only 40 count, I find the color of the linen and just the way it's woven, it's kind of hard for me to see at night. But this is the willow green I'm talking about. It's just so lovely, the variegation. And so this is the big flower in the middle, and this is a very light pink that is that I started that flower with. Isn't it beautiful? If I do say so myself. I worked on this 4 days, 3.5 days. So I just love it. I just think it's beautiful. It's a Dutch sampler from Dutchland. I'm putting things away as I go so it doesn't look like everything exploded in here, which is usually how it looks. So husband went to the grocery store, not for a big outing, so I may turn this off if he comes home. And then I don't know. I don't know. All right. What else did I work on? This is a surprise, because this, I don't know if I've shown this recently, but I decided, you know, I think without Mary Clayton getting that finished, I could probably get this project finished too. And I think I'm going to do it before the end of April. And it is, I should save it for Blackbird Design Weekend, which is coming up May the 1st, but it's this. And this is in this book by Blackbird Design. And it's on the back here. And they have it on a paper mache box called a sewing box. They call it Partridge Sewing Box. Oh, that's the chart. Yeah. And I am using it's Belsois silks and Dinky dyes. Dinky Donut dyes. And I was going along pretty good. And then I put it down for a long time. This is on a Lugana. I couldn't tell you what kind. I'm sorry. This is from Rebel Stitcher, my Black Lives Matter needle minder. And this is what I just basically, this week, I just worked on it one day and I did the outline. So I'm going to try and get this done by the end of April as well. I don't think I'll have it fully finished anytime soon, but yeah, it's fun. It's a fun stitch. So that was just kind of a surprise I threw in there. You weren't expecting to see it, I bet. Woohoo! This moves when I do that. Okay. Oh, this one. You know it? You love it? And I'm going to say her name correctly. A Quaker Welcome by Leela's Studio. I'm sorry, Leela, that I have mispronounced your name. Like everybody else. It's Leela. And this is A Quaker's Welcome. I'm doing this 1/1 on 25 count mushroom Lugana. And I was just going through my stuff thinking, what do I want to work on? Let's see. I started working on this again. I picked it up on the 14th. So a week ago. I picked it up and worked on it for 2 days. And I made some good progress. This is a good nighttime by the TV because it's it's small, I mean 25 count, but it's a light mushroom so I can see it with the light. And this is how far I've gotten. I only had done half of the W, and I had done all of this. So last Wednesday and Thursday, I did the rest of the welcome. I still have to do the E, and then the pineapple, and then this part, this little green part that is next to a house. There'll be a house here. Isn't that lovely? I love it. I love it. Thank you, Leela, for designing such beautiful patterns. I just think it's swell. Swell. And I've got one more. I actually worked on a variety of things, didn't I? Didn't I? And this I am going to do Blackbird weekend. And I'm going to talk about Mania or Sania coming up in May. And this, I'll explain how this is going to fit in. But this is what I'm going to do for Blackbird Design Stitch Along weekend. I'm probably the last person to do it because everybody and their mother was doing it several months ago and I was late to the party. But I still made it. And I'm using all the called for threads. Oops, I got one of these things stuck. Isn't that pretty? It's overdyed cottons. I'm doing this on a 46 count. I don't know why. Oh, I can tell you. 45 count, I lied. 45 count foxtail millet legacy linen. I still have some thread on it, but this is how far. Oh, I tried it, and you know, when I put a project down, it's like, okay, I want to finish the thread, but I guess I got interrupted. So I had done this part, but I only up to here, I think, on the border. I had done this part of the border and this part, and then this little doohickey, and then when did I start? I worked on this on Monday, so this is just one day, one night of working on it. I did the rest of the border. The border doesn't go on the bottom, so I'm done with the bones of the border, as it were, and then I started these little doohickeys along the border. So I think I've made pretty good progress. I can stretch it out. So that's it for my works in progress. Pretty productive. I feel like I've been pretty productive and enjoyed everything that I was working on. And so with well, let me back up. So plans, which I'm really not very good at. So these are all penciled in. But with Stitch Mania coming up, I did want to do something, but I wasn't really sure exactly. I knew I didn't want to just start everything because, you know, I got to start finishing. Does that make sense? I have to complete projects. So Mary Clayton is so close, I can taste it, right? So I'm thinking, okay, I want to make, for Stitch Mania, my goals are going to be to put a dent in some languishing whips that don't have much on them, and then reward myself with a start, kind of like Stephanie from Lindy Stitches, so that I can reward myself with a new start on one of my projects that I have kitted up or not kitted up. And I'm going to want input from you all for your suggestions on what I should start. We'll get to that in a minute. But insofar as my plan was to work on the whips during the week, reward myself on the weekend, I was presented with a dilemma. Because Blackbird Design Weekend Stitch Along is a weekend, and I have a whip, which is kosher. It doesn't have to be a new project. So starting out Mania, I'm going to be kind of reversing course. I'm going to be working on a whip on the weekend. So then, are y'all taking notes? Because this is very important. Then I will start a new project on either Monday or Tuesday, May 2nd or 3rd, and work on that for 3 days, and then pick up a WIP for the remainder of the week, and then start with the new start on the weekend, WIP during the week. Does that make sense? It's going to be a test. All right, so I'm going to try and keep to these plans. I even maybe will write them down in pencil in my book. That's a real commitment for me. Friday the 30th, Saturday the 1st, which is also my husband's birthday, so I don't know how much stitching I'll get done. Sunday the 2nd, and maybe Monday the 3rd will be this WIP. Okay. Now here are the other WIPs that I am going to work into that mania plan, design, structure, if you will. And if you can count, you'll see that I have more WIPs than there are weeks, especially considering that last caveat. So again, this is all subject to change depending on timing. But here are some of the WIPs that I wanted to work on during Mania, just so I can kind of get over the hump. Okay, I don't know about you all. I'm a process and a product knitter and stitcher, because we're talking about stitching. And I like starting one. It's all exciting to start a project, but I'm not really motivated to finish it until I get over a certain point of the design. I don't know if you all get that way. And then I'm compulsively and obsessively trying to finish it. That's how I am with Mary Clayton right now. I want to get to that point on some of these WIPs where I just want to finish it. It might not be till, June or July, but I want to get to that point where maybe I make them my focus piece for a month and get her done. So, and this you are familiar with, another Leela's Studio, Nevermore. I know some people are working on this. Denise, I know you're one of them. I want to see your progress, Denise. Denise has a floss tube. It is Black Ribbon Design Studio, and she's awesome. But of course she is, because she's one of my FLOSSTUBE friends. FLOSSTUBE friends. Okay, so I think you are familiar with where I have been on this. Here are the called for overdyes. Okay, I'm no Nicole. I need a detangler for my, remember Johnson's No More Johnson & Johnson, No More Tears. Oh, here's a story. So my dad, growing up, was a patent attorney. I didn't know what it was growing up, but now I know. He worked for Johnson & Johnson. I grew up in New Jersey, and they had a headquarters in New Brunswick. And apparently he worked on the patent for the birth control pill after I was born. I don't think there's a causal connection. Anyway, orthopharmaceuticals, that was the division he worked for at Johnson & Johnson. Why am I telling you all this? Because I thought of Johnson & Johnson's No More Tears. Number one, he was a patent lawyer. We were not allowed to say the word Band-Aid because that's a brand name. So we had to say bandage. Okay, that's number one. Number two, I'm the youngest of 3 girls. No boys in the family. My dad got free stuff from Johnson & Johnson, including feminine products, if you know what I mean. We had all of that. Modesse. I don't know if any of you remember that. Stocked up in our pantry in the upstairs hallway. Baby shampoo, bandages. We had everything from Johnson & Johnson, but in particular the feminine products. And so my parents were very, very reserved and prudish is probably a good word to describe it. So we're sitting at the dinner table one night, and I had gone through the closet to get out the baby shampoo or something, and I remember we were all eating, and I just said, I was about 8, and I said, "What's a Modesse pad?" And my dad dropped his fork. My dad had a lot of health problems. I thought I killed him. I didn't kill him then. Dropped his fork. The whole table went. My sisters knew what it was, and they looked at me. You would have thought I said something horrible, like, you know, I'm going to go and murder 50 million people or confess to some crime. The reaction to that question probably explains a lot. I had no idea why I asked it. So that's how I found out about the birds and bees, just by asking what a modeste pad was. Okay. This is the progress. So I would like, during Sania, I would like to get to the bird. You think I could do it? I think I can. I think I can. Okay, so that's going to be one of my whips for Mania. Sania. I have a friend named Zania, so it's weird to say Sania. And I think if I work on this, 4 days, because that's it, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, after work, I think I can make progress on this. I don't know what week I will do this, but it's definitely going to be a whip. And when I get to my goals, I will reward myself with a new start. And maybe chocolate, because why not? This hat is hot, but I'm not taking it off because then I'd look even worse. It's called a tam, I think, right? Tell me, all you Scottish people, that Scottish, that was a bad English accent. I'm terrible at accents. Okay, along the lines of Mary Clayton, I have another hats, Hands Across the Sea sampler. Sally Stansfield. Sally Stansfield sells seashells by the seashore. Yeah, I'm lame. Isn't that pretty? So I have good progress on this one too. And this is, I didn't tell you what Nevermore was done on. Ooh, I think I had it on the, 40 count feldspar Newcastle linen. That's what and I think that's the call for. So this is done on straw, Weeks Dye Works straw, 40 count, which I think is lovely, even though it's the old Weeks, and I have a lot of it. And of course I started right in the middle. And there's my Hamilton needle minder. So I've got most of the house done. And I think I am going to try to, do the grass and go down here and at least get started on the border. I like what I did with Mary Clayton because I did an outline of the border first. And that's going to be kind of my goal going forward, is not to wait until the last minute to do the whole border, because that's, stick a fork in my eye, right? I like variation. So I might, or maybe I'll work across this way. I don't know. I'll surprise you. So that's going to be in my whip rotation, because I would like to get this finished by the summer and have it framed. Maybe I'll wait to get Mary Clayton framed, because they're kind of, pals. Put them on the same wall. I don't know. I'm full of indecision today. Oh, where did this come from? I have things falling out of the bags. Oh no. Oh, horror. All right, the next whip, I have a total of 5, and they're what? Let's see how many weeks there are. 1, 2, 3, 4 full weeks in May. So yeah, something might have to go, or I may have to take a day off work. This one, I think I could get close to a finish on this if I put it in my whip rotation. And it is Matter's Choice. I'm doing this version because it's the smaller version, but I'm doing it like this. I'll show you in a minute. I'm not doing the dark fabric and the light. I'm doing this color design, but I'm doing the smaller chart, if that makes sense. So it really, I don't think I have too much to do. Well, you be the judge of that. Now that I'm looking at it, I think I might have lied. Yeah, I just have to come around to the other side. Yeah, because this is the bottom, right? This is, you know, I do the fence over here and the same thing on the other side. So I think I've got more than halfway done. I don't know. Do you think if I work on this for 4 nights, I could get it done? Possible. I really want to get it done. Really, really. Okay. Maybe we'll have a finish after Sania. I wasn't thinking I would, but I think that might be a possibility. That's on 40 count autumn gold linen fabric by Lakeside. I don't remember the brand of the silk, but it's blue, and it is silk. Whoopsie daisy. Oops. Okay. Jacob. This one's for you. I was looking for the cover picture because I know I have it in here. Here, The Fruit of Plenty. This is my 3rd start. Yeah, it's not upside down. Yay! Yay me! This is on 40 count. And so people in the comments, you know, the last time I was talking about how I only left an inch, and then people were saying, oh no, are you going to be okay on the top? And I probably won't be. It's probably about the same, so I'll probably have an inch at the bottom. And because of that, because of the comments saying, ooh, are you going to have enough at the bottom? I got to tell you, you messed with my head because I didn't want to pick it up. Because I thought I'm going to work on it and then I'm not going to have enough at the bottom. I don't know. Anyway, this is on 40 count light mocha Newcastle linen. I'm sorry, I was looking at the tag at the bottom. I was just holding it up here so you couldn't see anything. But it is beautiful. I don't know. Maybe I'm going to message Jacob and ask him how much room I need at the bottom. The size is 18 by 27, so it's 27 long. So I guess I could figure out how long this pattern is, but that might be too hard for my brain. Jacob, is 27, you know what, I'll message you. I'll measure the top, and then you can tell me, and that will make me feel better so that I can pick it up again. Or it'll make me think, okay, I'm going to start it again for the 4th time, because I'm not giving up on this pattern. It's lovely. And I'm going to do it, especially now that Jacob's going to be charted in my FLOSSTUBE friends. I'm trying to get the floss so you can see the colors I'm using. DMC 3750 and 833. Beautiful. If I do say so myself. All right. This last one, I said I had 5, so this is 4, okay? And the last one, I don't know if I'm going to put it in my whip rotation because it's huge, and I haven't picked it up in a long time. Not because I don't love it, but because, you know, squirrels. The house is at Hawk Run Hollow, of Hawk Run Hollow. And this is where I left off. So my whip goal, if I put this in my rotation for Sania, my whip goal would be to finish this square, this block, which I could do. It's, yeah, it's this one. So it's not like there's full coverage. So maybe I will keep this in my whip rotation for Sania, because I'd like to get that block finished. And I'm using NPI silk. Truth be told, when I was a relatively new, not new stitcher, because I've stitched a long time, but new to, or returning to stitching. And, you know, I figured, I didn't look at the prices, and it's like, oh, it calls for silk? Yeah, of course I'll get the NPI silk. Yeah, put the silk in my basket. Oh, silk for everybody. And when I saw the bill, okay. But, you know, it's an investment piece. I think if I do any more Hawk Run Hollow charts, which I may do because I think they're really cute. Confession, I don't celebrate Christmas, so I don't think I would do the Christmas at Hawk Run Hollow. I'm not a beach person, so I don't know if I would do the shores of Hawk Run Hollow. I love Halloween, but I don't know if I would do a huge piece like that just for Halloween. So the village of Hawk Run Hollow I might do. I don't have it. This is the only one I have. But I don't think I'm going to do silk on it again. Unless I have a relative I don't know about who is old and going to die and leave me a lot of money. I know that sounds crass, but I don't have any such relatives because they're all dead. It's not funny. But they were old and they died a long time ago. So. So that's it for the whips for Sania. So what are going to be the new starts? This is where I need your help. Because let's see, I'm looking in my book of days for weekends. Now we already talked about the first weekend in May. That's going to be the Blackbird Design weekend. And I think I'll do that till the 2nd. And then Monday the 3rd, I'll do a new start and work on that for 3 days. And then do a whip on the 5th, 6th, and 7th, and then do a new start on the 8th. Then I'll have a new start on the 15th, and a new start on the 22nd, and a new start on the 29th. So that's 4. No, it's 5, because I'm doing a new start. Yeah, I'm doing 2 new starts in a week because of the Blackbird Design thing. 1, 2, 3, 5 new starts. I need a Diet Coke break. Okay, here are the candidates for the new starts. Number 1, Scarlet House. I just got the silks in for this. Mary Kemp, 1862. This is a big contender for a new start. I just need to pick the fabric, but I've got a lot of fabric stash now. Thanks to Traditional Stitches and my R&R Fabric Club of the month. Fabric of the Month Club. There's nothing else in that Diet Coke can, I swear. All right, so that's number 1. And I really would like to hear everybody's comments of what you think you would like to see, or you think that I would enjoy, or you just want to mess with me and tell me to do something. I don't know. The next one was is a chart by Samplers Not Forgotten. Descending Sun, which I think is lovely. It's a red house, but it's kind of prim. Like me. Okay, that's number 2. I need to get, what's it called for? It doesn't have a lot. Weeks Dye Works, I probably have a lot of them. And I could substitute. Yeah. Gentle Arts and Weeks Dye Works. So I would need to get that kitted up. So that would probably be towards the end of the month if I started that. Oh, and here's one by my friend, my Dutch friend Jacob, because he's awesome. Jane Austen, a real comfort. I actually started this with Sulky, but I don't like Sulky, so I stopped. So yeah, I don't know what color I would use. know. It depends on the linen. I would have to pick out the floss and the linen, but this is a contender because I've wanted to start this for a while. And that's Modern Folk Embroidery. I also want to start this, and I need to order the silk, which I'm probably going to do today so that I'll have it as an option. Pieces of Old by Kathy Barrick. I showed this not too long ago because this is a Needlework Expo design, and it calls for NPI silk. That's number 3. Oh my goodness, this is Modern Folk Embroidery Day. Jacob, are you going to pay me? Joan Sands 1839. This I got because Laura told me I had to get it, so I did. I love it. And it calls for DMC. This might look good on the bee's knees. And it's a Scottish sampler. I think I have to wear this tam when I stitch on this. I think I'm definitely going to start this, regardless of what you say. And this, I've been procrastinating. It's the stitch along that I haven't done with everybody. Ann Morrison. This is Traditional Stitches 20th Anniversary. It's exclusive to Traditional Stitches, but designed by Hands Across the Sea. And I have the DMCs already kitted. And do I have fabric? I do. I do have fabric. I do. What kind is it? Legacy Linen Russian Tea Cake. 37 count. So that's a possibility. So many choices. And this, I just ordered the silk for it from Garon Tottenbag, which, no, not Garon Tottenbag, Garon Stitchery. Okay. I ordered the silk on Monday, and it's going to be here on Friday from Florida. I'm definitely starting this. So you may be wasting your comments because I'm just going to do what I want. I love this. Okay. Did I pick? Oh, I don't know if the linen I picked is big enough because it's very long. So I need to go into my stash. Here's one I want to start. I've had it for a long time. The Primitive Hare, the Owl. Is that not gorgeous? And yes, I have the fabric. I got the fabric. I have the DMC. Actually, I do need you all to tell me what to do because I want to start all of them. And that's already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I only can choose 5. And here's the DMC for it. Oh, well, you got to see the fabric. You got to see the fabric. Does anybody watch Seinfeld? You got to see the baby. If you don't watch Seinfeld, you don't know what you're missing. This is the Bolin linen. The Bolin linen. Oh, look at that. Oh, guys, I don't know what to start. Oh, I just don't know. That's going to look amazing. Amazing. Okay. And then there's one more candidate for a new start to reward myself. I really do need you all to tell me what to do. Or I could do a wheel thing. The problem is, I've tried to do those wheel things, and then I still just do what I want. Anne Webb 1829 by Hands Across the Sea. And I have kitted it up with, it's the 103 Soie de Jais of Eris. I always get it mixed up. a Versoix Soie de Jais, whichever is the name of the company. This is their 103 silk. And it is, because of the silk is so thin, I did get a 45 or 46 count. Let me look. And this is huge. Oh, it's a Versoix Soie 103. Yeah, it's a fat half of 45 count jersey cream. Holy cannoli. She's a big lady. She's a big lady, but it's gorgeous. Oh my goodness. We're going on vacation at the end of May for a week. If I start something big like this, I could work on it on my vacation, or I could start it on my vacation. Just saying. Just saying. So those are the choices for my new starts, for rewarding myself. Please comment below. Tell me what to do. And finally, I'm really running. Oh, this is long. I'm just a jabbermouth. Okay, so for my haul, so that covered plans and subject to change, of course, but ooh. There we go. Haul. Incredibly small haul. Like as in 2 charts. That's it. Who am I? I ordered this because I saw it. Brenda and Laura made me do it. Little Robin Designs. It's called Clarissa Beaumont. And yes, I did it because Brenda and Laura told me to, but can you see that little kitty cat? That's going to be a Hamilton cat. If I can figure out how to mirror images, I might put her over there too. Because why not? So this is going to be sometime in the future. Haven't even printed off the whole pattern. I just printed off the cover just to show you all. But I think that's pretty. Little Robin Designs. She has a website and an Instagram. This hat is really hot. The next one is from Cross Stitch Obsession on Etsy. And that's small. I should have made it bigger. It's called Ethnic Dancer. Isn't she beautiful? Because diversity and inclusion matters. I think she's gorgeous. And the colors, oh, I won't change a thing. I'm sure it's all DMC, but she's got a lot of really beautiful designs, so go check her out. But that's definitely going to be in my future at some point. And that's all I have for now. I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you don't mind that I did the no makeup, bad hair look, but we're friends now, right? I mean, if I can't be myself with you, who can I be myself with, right? Before we go, I want to give a big thank you to Becca. Becca is Sambry Stitches, and I know you all watch her. She interviewed me, and it posted not this past Sunday, but the Sunday before. But this past Sunday, she interviewed Punky Pearls, which was a great interview. You have to check Becca out if you haven't. But I want to thank her for spending the time to interview me. It was so much fun to do and so much fun to see. I even made my husband watch it. He wasn't really paying attention, so that's okay. All right, well, that's it for now. It's still snowing outside. So, Julie, I hope you're working on your Snowy Santa project. You probably get it done if it keeps snowing in April. I will see you all in May. I'll let you know. Let's see, I'll probably post again in 2 weeks, which would bring us to, I was going to say May the 4th. No, it's May the 5th. May the 5th be with you. See what I did there? yeah, so I'll be in the throes of Sania, and I can't wait to see what you all are doing for your Mania/Sania. It's really fun to watch everybody. I'll have to check and see if there's going to be a hashtag for Sania. I'm sure there is. So let's see what we're all doing, and let's cheer each other on. You all are great at giving me guidance and direction and encouragement, and I try and give back to you all too. So thank you. Mwah! Hamilton thanks you, but she's gone to escape me. Have a good couple weeks, guys. See you later. Bye.